they're catastrophic, and the next colour is like a orange, yeah. So the CFA recommended that when you went in Linton, if it gets to an orange leaf, so don't stay and defend.
That's a fair few days in the year.
Not that many, be 2 or 3.
Yeah.
For here, yep.
Okay. What would be the FDI equivalent?
It would have been severe, extreme, or catastrophic. And so Ballarat has something like 1.6% of its recorded in the fire season the last 20 years fell in those categories. It's not to say you can't get bad fire behaviour below that, but those really, really bad days where it's fast moving and your response time's limited. So I think I mentioned before, Linton's not in an area where you're going to have a multi-day fire and not knowing when it's going to impact you. The day the fire starts, it's either going to hit you that day or not.
Yeah.
So they're not left, like some places in Gippsland can often have 2 or 3 days warning of when the fire might impact. You know, it's moderate for the next couple of days, but then this day is going to be the bad day and it'll come through. The Black Summer fires, when they evacuated all of the south coast of New South Wales, we were told, I was over there on the time, and we were told New Year's Day that the 4th was going to be bad. So heaps of people left on, the fire was bad on the 31st. People started leaving on the 1st and the 2nd. We left on the 3rd just to miss the traffic. There was still a hell of a lot of traffic. And then the fire was bad on the 4th and everything shut down. Thousands of people evacuated then, tens of thousands. But they had that warning because the fires were building up. There's not really the landscape around here which is going to support it for several days, so they're not going to have that warning. So it's one town that really needs to get out straight away and try and avoid them. But it's not a huge amount of days. If it was, it'd be like a boy who cried wolf, and I'm not leaving again under those days. Yeah, it was last time nothing happened, so I'm not doing it. I've heard people say that.
Yeah.
My house didn't burn down last time, so I'm going to stay this time. That's no logic.
In the documentary, I think it was mentioned that we've got vulnerable people in the community and a much older group of people, and people that aren't on social media, for example. So they, often communications come through those sorts of channels. So they might not be aware of the risk. So one of the initiatives was the local policeman was going to create a vulnerable persons list that sits outside of the one that council has. So council has a vulnerable persons list that is like somebody in a wheelchair, somebody's on life support or have oxygen, that sort of thing. I think that's their list, but it doesn't extend beyond, say, Linda with her vision impairment, or people who are, mobility issues, like they've got a walking frame. So the local policeman wanted to create a list which, offered that support to those people to get them out as a priority, because other people can get in their cars and leave, for example. Yeah.
All right.